You only put that up today, right?
Yeah, not even 24 hours, bro.
Yeah, and look at all that shit.
People are thirsty for that kind of solidarity.
Yeah.
I mean, look. I mean, how long are we gonna sit here and argue with each other and go back and forth and add to the, the stupidity that's out there? I mean, we're all adults now, and what I should say about hip hop, what's so great about hip hop is that not only we all growing up now, but we're all smarter now. You know what I'm saying? We've seen now. Things have happened now. We've been around the block a few times now. We know what it is and we know the importance of this. And let me just also say, shout out to Crazy Legs real quick, because Legs is the one that called the meeting yesterday. And I called Legs on behalf of Bam. Bam asked me to call Legs. I called Legs. But I said, I'm just going to come. Me and Legs, I'm just going to go to Legs' house. And we just going to talk and try to get ourselves together, and that's what it's going to be. Right. So Lex calls up Bam and Ahmed, and now it becomes a meeting of the minds. Where now we're sitting here discussing, and it was a real heartfelt meeting, because what actually came out of it was not only how we can succeed, but we actually honestly talked about the errors, the scholarly errors that we were actually making. And then there's some debates as well, like. Well, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's like we're really dealing with hip hop's creation, where you argue out certain points, where you bring up certain things, like Legs was saying that some of the information that even he was getting, was questionable even to him. I mean, Legs is now dealing with Cornell University and other universities as well. But speaking directly about Cornell, Legs was talking about. How history is now being looked at by other people, and they're trying to add up what years what went down. They're trying to add up what in what month what went on, and that's real scholarship. So it's like now hip hop is leaving the realm of folklore, which is what we've been living off of for so long. The basic story: Cool Herc, 1520 Sedgwick Avenue, Africa Bambaataa, 1974, Grandmaster Flash, cutting, mixing, scratching, Sugar Hill, Run DMC, Golden Era, Marley Marl, and we go on. This is the folklore. Now we're talking about, well, wait a minute, was there more people there than Herc? Who else was part of Soul Sonic Force, for instance? What else was going on?
Who were the B-Boys before Rocksteady?
Who were the B-Boys before Rocksteady? Bam was not the leader of the Black Spades. Bam was only part of the Black Spades. Things like that in terms of scholarship is extremely important, especially while universities are out there with hip-hop courses and no authority whatsoever, no foundation, nothing. They're just saying, we teach hip-hop. Okay, so let's go over Biggie's lyrics, or let's talk about the importance of Tupac on sociology. That's not hip-hop at all. So finally, we're coming together to say, you know what, we're not knocking anyone's perspective. No one's perspective is good. We're including all perspectives, but we're going to have to now come up with a history that makes some kind of sense, some chronological sense, all the hype, what we said in the past, who did what, and so on. We're going to have to come with evidence now. You're going to have to say, we're going to have to come with the real. So I'm open to this once and for all, and it links with the museum, Universal Hip Hop Museum as well. I'm here to discuss that with Rocky as well. I asked Bam specifically yesterday about the museum. Bam's with the museum. He sanctions it. He supports it. He even offered some advice, in that sense. So I'm moving forward with the Universal Hip Hop Museum. I'm heading up the educational wing of the museum. So I'm moving in on that. And so the educational wing begins with meetings like yesterday, where we sit down and we talk. I get to hear from Bam's mouth what it is, I get to hear from Legs. I get to hear, from Legs what it is, and then from there, we could create scholarship. I mean, others need to be involved as well, but we started something that at least now, let's get the conversation going. Yesterday we got Lovebug Starsky on the phone as well. There's a discrepancy about who came up with the name hip hop. Bam gives it to Lovebug Starsky. And for years, Lovebug Starsky has also been cited in books, internet, other people's DVDs, that he came up with the title or the name hip hop. But, my man Busy B has a whole nother thought on that. Kaz has a whole nother thought on that. Russell may even have another thought on that. But who are we going to decide and say, yo, this is what it is. We're not moving from this. We're going to canonize this knowledge, and this is what it is. So,
You know, I think when we come to situations like that, we need to think about, okay, well, do we need to focus that much on who started the word, or what was the importance of Africa Bambaataa using the word and applying it to all these elements and giving this new form of culture some sort of direction or goal, principles, and things like that. We could bicker over like, oh, I said hip hop because I fell off a curb and then my hip hurt and I was hopping, or some crazy shit like that. But that doesn't mean that that's why we all got into it.
right.
Wow. This is real, man. Yo, you guys are being served right now. Pay attention, because you might learn something. This is Shade 45, Talk at Tuesdays. My name's Tony Touch. We got KRS-One in the building. We got Crazy Legs in here. And we're going to get into something brand new for you, man.
That door right there. Yeah, come on.